All right, today we are diving into a huge challenge for pretty much any IT department out there, the dreaded ticket queue. We're going to break down step by step how a whole suite of AI-powered tools can team up to automate a staggering 80% of IT support tickets. So, let's see how this actually works.
I mean, we've all been there, haven't we? You've got a problem, maybe a critical one. You file that ticket, and crickets. You just wait. It's this universal frustration. But what if that wait could just go away? That's really the core question we're going to dig into.
And this slide right here really paints the picture. On the left, you've got the old way. You email, you wait. Someone finally gets back to you to ask more questions, then they have to figure out who to even send it to. But look at the right. It's a completely different world. You chat instantly, the issue gets fixed right then and there, or a perfect ticket is created and sent to the right place automatically. The difference is just night and day.
So how do we get to that after scenario? Well, it all starts by completely changing that first point of contact. We're throwing out the old email inbox and building a brand new intelligent front door. And that new front door is the virtual agent. Seriously, think of it just like this. It's a digital level 1 support engineer. One that never sleeps, never goes on a lunch break, and is ready to help absolutely anyone at any time. It's your first line of automated defense. What's so powerful about this is how simple it is for the user. They just say what's wrong in their own words. Now, behind the scenes, the AI is using what's called natural language understanding, NLU, to figure out what they really mean. Then it kicks off a specific playbook to fix that problem and either solves it right there or gathers all the info needed so a human doesn't have to. It completely gets rid of that painful back and forth of, "So, have you tried rebooting?" Okay, so the virtual agent either fixed the issue or created a flawless ticket. But if a ticket is created, what happens then? This is where we get to pull back the curtain and see the real automation engine fire up. And the very first piece of that engine is something called predictive intelligence. You can basically think of this as the brain of the whole operation. It's constantly learning from every single ticket that's ever been resolved in the system. Because of that, it knows exactly where a new ticket needs to go without a person ever having to lay eyes on it. And this just shows you the impact so clearly. Before, a person has to read the ticket, try to understand it, categorize it, and then assign it. Every one of those steps adds delay. With predictive intelligence, the system instantly knows that a VPN not connecting ticket belongs to the network team and it's assigned in milliseconds. The clock on getting it fixed starts ticking right away, not hours later. So, the ticket is routed perfectly. Now what? We have to actually do something about it, and that is the job of the flow designer. If predictive intelligence is the brain, think of flow designer as the automated hands, carrying out all the steps that a person would normally have to do manually. The logic behind this is actually really simple, which is what makes it so powerful. Every flow works the same way. Something happens that triggers it. It checks to see if certain conditions are met. It performs a series of actions, and then it's done. This lets you automate just about anything, from a simple password reset to a super complex process for onboarding a new employee. But, okay, what if the action you need to take isn't inside ServiceNow? What if you need to reset a password in Active Directory or spin up a user in Azure? Well, that's where Integration Hub comes in. It's the universal bridge that lets your automated workflows reach out and control all the other critical systems in your IT environment.
And this is what really unlocks true end-to-end automation. We're not just moving tickets around anymore. We are taking real-world actions across your entire IT landscape. From creating cloud accounts to just sending a quick confirmation message on Teams, it all becomes part of one single, seamless, automated flow.
But of course, let's be realistic. Not every single ticket can be 100% automated. Some issues are just too complex and are always going to need some human expertise. So what happens then? Well, even when a ticket does end up with a person, AI can still make things dramatically faster.
This is where generative AI enters the picture with a tool called Now Assist. The best way to think about this is like having a brilliant co-pilot for your support agents. It understands plain language and helps them get their work done way faster and more accurately.
This quote here just says it all, doesn't it? Imagine the time this saves. An agent gets a really complicated ticket with a super long history. Instead of spending 10 minutes reading through every single update, they click one button and instantly get the key points. That is a massive game changer for productivity. And you have to see that this GNI isn't just about summarizing things. It helps at every single stage. It suggests what to do next based on similar tickets from the past, and it can even write the final resolution notes for the user. It just takes all that repetitive work off the agent's shoulders so they can focus on actual problem solving.
So we followed the journey of a single ticket, from the moment a user starts a chat all the way to its resolution. Now let's zoom out. What does all of this really mean for the business as a whole?
This right here is the headline number. Just by putting that virtual agent in place as the front door, organizations can see a 40 to 60% reduction in the number of tickets that even need a human to look at them. That frees up a truly incredible amount of time and resources.
The value here really hits across the board. Operationally, you get lightning-fast responses. Financially, your cost per ticket goes way down. For your users, the experience is amazing, no more waiting in queues. And for governance, you get these perfect, standardized, auditable processes for every single request. It is a win-win-win-win. And when you boil it all down, this is the transformation we're talking about. It's a fundamental shift in the whole philosophy of IT support. We are moving away from a model that's built on queues and waiting, and we're moving toward a future of instant service and intelligent automation.
And that brings us to the final thought. Forget about the tech for just a second and think about the possibility. If all of that repetitive, low-level work just vanished from your team's plate, what could they finally focus on? What are the strategic, high-value projects they could finally get to? That's the real power that this whole thing unlocks.